Welcome to 10 Minutes. I'm Tony Scott. Join with me, Mr. Bahamas.
I'm so warm right now.
Yeah, you look like you just got off an airplane or something.
I'm the warmest man in Minnesota.
Yes, you are.
An airplane, and everyone should feel bad for me because I went from 80, sunny, and a beach to this.
And just for the record, you missed the Sportacular.
Whoops.
Just for the record.
But I did get to see my childhood, my dear friend get married, so I think that's worth more.
So plus 80 to minus 48. It's like 128 degrees.
I know. Somebody very helpfully pointed that out to me last night.
I did it again. I did it again. Okay.
Get it.
All right. A lot of girls hockey when you were gone. Skate for the Roses, be a theme. Skate for the Roses and Cupid Classic.
Cupid Shuffle.
All right, so a 10A team who's been kind of a 5 through 10er are firmly in the top 10 after what they did in Bloomington.
Gross.
It is. There's a lot of gross ones this weekend in boys and girls.
Rosa wins the Cupid Classic at the 10A level. Over the course of 5 games, they outscored opponents 40-2. If the Cupid Classic website is to be believed, is a little confusing to follow, but 40-2.
Yeah, go to Now Rankings if you want to find the scores. That's where I found them. How about the 10As? It's not on our board here, but speaking of gross, Woodbury wins the Skate for the Roses 10A. They tied in pool play with Champlain Park Coon Rapids, but they beat them 5-1 in the title game. So
testament to how confusing the Cupid Classic website was.
No, that was Skate for the Roses. 12A Cupid Classic. Who wins that one? Another top 10 team. Another top 10.
Chaska Chanhassen beats Rosemount 3-2.
I like this Chaska team, but I still think there's 4 teams, maybe 5 you want to count Orono, Westaka, who can win a state title. And it was proven, finally, I lost faith in Andover. I picked against them last week. I picked your favorite. I picked Stillwater to win it. And guess what happened? Andover finally, after losing in 2 title games by 1-0, beats Stillwater. What was the score?
1-0.
1-0. No surprise there.
1-0.
I still think, I've been saying this on our show for weeks and weeks and weeks, they are the most talented team. And as the season wears on, as these 10-year-olds become, as these 11-year-olds become closer to 12, they'll be the number 1 team in the state. Just saying.
That's fair. I'm not going to dispute it. They just beat Stillwater, so who am I to?
I know. 12B.
12B.
Number 1. I was kind of questioning their number 1-hood when Minnetonka won the St. Luke's up in Duluth last weekend. I'm like, Minnetonka's probably better than Moose Lake. And then what do? They come to the Skate for the Roses, and what do? They win it.
They won the entire thing.
And they're undefeated.
5-1. The Moose Lake, I think they're the Rebels or the Rebelettes.
I don't know what
Rebelettes, maybe?
Yeah.
27-0, certainly number 1 in the Now.
For sure, Now. That's all based on winning percentage.
Defeated.
And they're number 1 in the staff rankings as well. 15A Centennial wins the Skate for the Roses. Nice win over a top 10 team. Egan.
Reinforcements are coming for the Centennial High School.
Yes, they are.
Reinforcements are on the way.
Yes, they are. They have a lot of good players. They have a really good goalie, Caitlin Gross, coming up soon.
She's awesome.
So just be careful of Centennial on a little rebound. We'll take a break before we get to the girls' high school and some pro hockey. Let's talk a little bit about what our favorite is. The topic today is favorite soup.
You want to know why? Because it's a jillion below outside.
Maybe just 40 below, not a jillion.
40 below.
Maybe 40 below with the wind chill.
Oh.
And so you're sitting inside. It's kind of hunker down weather.
Wearing your bib.
What's your go-to soup, Peter?
I'm popping open a can of Progresso regular sodium clam chowder.
Come on, that's your favorite. You wouldn't make a soup. You're a cook.
Yeah.
You wouldn't make a soup.
No.
Come on.
Probably not.
You wouldn't make. What if?
But the fact that it's a jillion degrees below zero makes me extra lazy, and all I want to do is dump 2 cans into a pot, let it bubble, maybe add a little cayenne pepper, spicy clam chowder.
That sounds disgusting, by the way.
Okay, let's hear your favorites.
Okay, so first of all, I'm
Chef
not really a
Boyardee.
soup guy because I'm more of a chili guy. But you guys, you and Todd, decided that I can't name chili as my
We
favorite
didn't
soup.
decide. The chairman of the International Chili Confederation.
Well, of course.
decided. Google it. His quote is right there.
Yeah, of course the chili guy is going to say it's not soup, but I think most people, when you ask for soups, chili's one of them. I'll take the chili any day. But if I'm forced to go soup, I'm going to go split pea.
Okay.
A little ham hock in there,
Fine,
a
split
little
pea.
saltine,
Do you think that-
maybe even a beer cheese.
Do you think that the chairman of the International Chili Confederation, that's what he wanted to be when he
Yeah,
was growing
for
up?
sure, for sure,
I don't want to be a
for
firefighter.
sure.
I don't want to be a cowboy. I want to be the chairman of the International Chili
Do
Committee.
you think there's an international beer cheese federation?
There should be.
Oh.
Cheese is a very close.
Very underrated.
Uso's tortilla.
Oh, tortilla soup is
Tortilla.
good. Chicken
There's like a cheesy
tortilla.
tortilla that I'm forgetting.
That's good stuff. I bet there's not a society for that.
Probably
All right.
not.
Now getting back to hockey, as we're boring these, loyal fans of ours with our soup and chili takes. Let's go with girls' high school. You're kind of the guru here. You and Todd have a great podcast called Her Ice that came out yesterday.
I am one half. I'm the goo. Todd is the
The Roo. He is the
If-
Roo, for
if
sure.
you would.
For
So
sure.
a lot of the girls' high school games are going to be shifted around as we enter this polar vortex cold snap.
Mm-hmm.
A game that we're looking forward to tomorrow, Farmington and Egan. That could get moved around. We have a couple other games that have been postponed or canceled. So we will keep an eye on those schedules. We're coming up on section play.
Yeah.
Meaning that the regular season finales are important for some teams, not as important for other teams. Some sections are still working on their 4-5 seeds.
Some teams are playing maybe a rivalry game or something like that. We'll talk about that a little bit
And
later.
some teams are beefing up their non-section and non-conference resume, like Maple Grove.
Yeah, they beat Hill Murray, didn't they?
5-2 hurting on Hill Murray. The Crimson have been hovering around the top 10 all year. They finally cracked the top 10. They are ranked number 8 right now, I believe. A team that's been faltering a little bit lately, Brainerd Little Falls.
Yeah.
The Warriors have lost twice in the last 3 games, including a 2-0 loss to unranked and will probably never be ranked Buffalo.
I was talking to Sean Reed, the Blake head coach, last week, and he says, you know what, that Hill Murray team is really, really good. So the fact
Good.
that one of the top 2 teams in the state's talking about Hill Murray that way speaks volumes for what Maple
All
Grove
of the pieces are there
capable
for
of.
Hill Murray. They've got
Yeah.
darn near half dozen Division I
Yeah.
commits. They lost 2 standouts, Miranda Anthony and Ava Bailey, who decided to skate for Gentry this year. So considering that they lose their longtime starting goaltender and a senior defender, they've played really, really well. I think they're going to end the year with 18. I think they can end it with 18 wins.
That's not a bad season. All right, what happened on the pro circuit while you were in the Bahamas?
The Whitecaps won 2 games against Eastern Competition. They shut out the Connecticut Whale 9-0 and 2-0 at Trio.
Poor Connecticut.
Poor Connecticut. You came all this way
And to get
and you didn't
whooped up.
score a gosh dang goal. That could be my boom roasted, but it's not going to.
Oh, you got a good one here.
I do
You got
have a good one. But the Whitecaps, one last point, they will play the Minnesota State University women's team in an exhibition game on Friday.
Mr. Miracle coaches that team, John Harrington.
Is that his nickname?
That's my nickname for him. You know what? You play on Miracle Ice. Everybody, all 20 players are Mr. Miracle in my
Mr.
eyes.
Miracle.
Yeah, I think that Mr. Harrington should go up to Mr. World and check out some of those girls and get them on their squad. There's a lot of good players up there. We'll get to World in just a second. Boom Roasted, you have one?
I do have one.
If you want to see I don't have one. I kind of used them all up on the boys' show. I really used them up, if you know what I'm saying. If you want to go see a good tirade, I had one on the boys' show. I'm all out of Boom Roasted.
5 different tirades. I do have a boom roasted. It
How about that?
goes out to you for ruining my boom roasted. No, it goes out to the NHL this weekend at the NHL All-Star Game. Brianna Decker competed in the Premier Passing event, and her time was technically under Leon Draisaitl's. Yes, I know.
25
There's more
Gs.
to it. There's $25,000. The NHL refused to pay it because she wasn't technically a part of the competition. Why is she there and why is she competing if she's not a part of the competition? So the NHL went back and reviewed her time and discovered that it was after Draisaitl's. So she wouldn't have won the $25,000 anyway. So instead of having a really cool moment where a female player
Beats
wins an event at the
Billie
NHL
Jean
All-Star
King.
game,
It's a Billie Jean King.
somebody has to get up on the highest horses of high horses, the
integrity.
All-Star skill competition, and decided that Brianna Decker did not deserve the $25,000. Why are you splitting timing hairs during the All-Star skills competition? Who cares? It's for the fans. It's a celebration of all that is hockey. CCM comes through, and they're going to pay Decker $25,000.
I love it.
Love it.
That's still a boom roasted to Mr. Bettman.
Most to the NHL and whoever decided that they just
Agreed.
had to dig and dig and dig. And, oh, now we don't have to pay.
Since you're on the tirade,
Oh my gosh.
you got a game puck.
Yeah, I do have a game puck.
Yeah.
Speaking of the NHL,
NWHL tirade, go for it.
Kendall Coyne Schofield, who flat out flew during the fastest game
Awesome.
competition. She
So
finished
cool.
7th overall. She is a dynamo to watch playing with the Minnesota Whitecaps. She comes from a great family, mom and dad, super dedicated. They've been a part of the Chicagoland youth hockey scene forever. Very sweet people. Game puck goes out to Kendall Coyne Schofield.
My game puck goes out to the people of Warroad who have made it possible for Justin Moss, my production and cameraman, and myself to get to Warroad next Monday and to obviously drive up to Roseau and broadcast live the Warroad Roseau girls game.
Ooh.
How you like that, huh? How you like that? Nothing like a good old-fashioned pandering on 10 Minutes with Tony Scott will get you someplace in life.
What else can we get?
Yes, we love it.
Student loans.
We're going to be great. Yeah, I know, that'd be great. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to broadcast up there on internet. You know, hopefully the internet all works. And hockey fans throughout the state who are, if you're a Class A fan and you want to check out World because they're likely going to state, or you want to, if you're Brainerd Little Falls, we talked about earlier, you want to do a little scouting of Roseau for your section semi or section final game, tune in and watch it. If you're Edina and you don't believe what I'm talking about when it comes to this Worlds, tune in and see them because they're the best team in the world. Check them out.
Fingers being crossed for the internet.
Same. If the internet works, we're rolling from the Ram Center in Roseau. I'm looking forward to seeing both towns. We get there early on Monday morning. We leave on Tuesday morning. So we're going to try to get as much as we can in 24 hours while we're up there. So for Peter Rodney, I'm Tony Scott. Thanks for tuning to this week's show.